We have the audio now of him giving out the phone number. Giving out Lindsey Graham's phone number. How humiliating it is for Lindsey Graham to have Donald Trump tell everybody how much he groveled. And of all things, can you introduce me to your friends at Fox and Friends? I can't get on. Are you serious? That's the part that's not getting enough attention. That's not the part. I mean, it's one thing. It's funny that he gave out his phone number. All right, so Trump can buy him a new phone. That's what Trump should do. That's what Trump should come out right now and say, I've decided to buy Lindsey Graham an iPhone 6 if that's what he wants. The top of the line, glow-plated, all bedazzled.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's classy. If he wants a Galaxy, I don't know if that's a great phone, but if that's what he wants, he wants. And I'm telling you what, I'm giving you 20 years of phone service. I'll pay for it in advance. You have phone service until you die with your new number.
He's a little slow. He seems like a Galaxy guy to me, but no offense. I hate to tell you this, but I'll buy it for him anyways. Whatever
I'll even have somebody put in speed dialing so that you don't have to remember anything. That's what Trump should say at this point. But the part that's not getting enough attention, it seems to me, and let's play this audio, and then we'll get to Elizabeth Warren, because this is too funny. Do we have that, the third Trump clip? This is the one where he gives out... Oh, is it 4 minutes long?
There's a buildup around it. It's a long time.
Okay, we'll listen to it. But this is the part, I mean, Lindsey Graham is so desperate to get on Fox and Friends, he has to call Donald Trump. I mean, what?
I give up a lot, but this guy, Lindsey Graham, so he calls me a jackass this morning. And I said to myself, you know, it's amazing. He doesn't seem like a very bright guy, okay? He actually probably seems to me not as bright, honestly, as Rick Perry. I think Rick Perry probably is smarter than Lindsey Graham, but what do I know? Actually, I said about Rick Perry that he said, I shouldn't be debating because my spirit is wrong for America. Okay, all I want to do is make us rich, save your Social Security, stop having everyone rip us off, and I have bad spirit, right? So he said he shouldn't be allowed on the debate stage.
Pause it for a second. It's interesting to me that he's throwing in Social Security now. You know, I mean, let's be honest. The Newsbusters apparently wrote up a piece saying, highlighting the fact that when I went on Hayes and I said something to the effect of like, Donald Trump's a buffoon. They're all buffoons. And I'm starting to think that maybe just the rest of them are buffoons and Donald Trump's the only one who makes any sense. I mean, just like he says, I think he's actually stupider than Rick Perry. I think they're all stupider than Donald Trump.
And then I tweeted, I have many millions between Facebook and Twitter. It's great. It's like owning a newspaper without the losses. It's incredible. Incredible. So I tweeted that Rick Perry should have to have an IQ test before getting on the debate stage. And people said that was tough. But today I got called a jackass by this guy. And then I said to myself, hey, didn't this guy call me like 4 years ago? Yes. He called me 4 years ago, 4 years ago. Lindsey Graham, I didn't even know who he was. He goes, Mr. Trump, this is Senator Lindsey Graham. I wonder if it would be possible for you to call Fox. Because, until I ran, I had that little thing where I do just for fun. Fox and Friends are so great. Brian and Steve and Elizabeth. They're great people, right? They're great.
Pause you reap what you sow.
It's all dessert.
It's you reap what you sow. Continue.
And he wanted to know whether or not I could give him a good reference on Fox and Friends, okay? He wanted to know, would I do that? And then, of course, he wanted to know whether or not he could come and see me for some campaign contributions. And, I give to everybody. People say, oh, you gave to the Democrats. Well, of course I do, because I'm intelligent. You gave to the Republicans. You gave to Hillary. You gave here. Of course I do. When I want something, I get it. I was a businessman until a few months ago. When I want something, I give here. And that's part of the problem with our system. Until a couple of months ago, I could have anything, believe me.
Pause it. Now, I want you to contemplate this for a moment. In those short few sentences, he addresses a major complaint of populist America, left and right, that our politicians are bought and sold. He says what every Republican says about why they have offshore tax havens and everything else that they do. It's legal. Why wouldn't I do it? And that's what he says. And then he says the third sort of talking point of the premier talking point of at least two of the last three Republican presidential nominees, which is CEO president. That's what George Bush was. He was the CEO president. That's what Mitt Romney was, the CEO president. Why wouldn't you want a guy who does that? I'm smart. I get what I want. And the way I do it is I give them a couple $1 million and then they answer the phone every time I call. It's hilarious. It's exactly the vision. Hey, that's the definition of free speech according to the Republicans.
Republican wants, every day I give. When I need something, I call. Hey, oh, Mr. Trump, sir, how are you? What can I do for you? I said, nothing really. Be at my wedding, make sure, please. Okay? Or whatever I want. Part of the problem we have. See, with me, I don't need anybody money. Nobody has to give to me. People are sending me money anyway. I said, you don't have to bother, please. Don't bother. Don't give me any. I don't need money. I'm doing it myself. So when people come up to me and they say, Mr. Trump, I'd like you to do this, which is good for him but bad for the country, I'll say, I'm sorry, I can't do it, folks. I'm not doing it. I'm only doing the right thing.
Pause it. You know, I'll tell you something. When Donald Trump runs as an independent, which it's very hard for me at this point to come up with a reason why this guy wouldn't run as an independent. I mean, he's having fun. He's not. This isn't going to go away. If he loses, it's not going to be because he's going to come in third. If he loses, I mean, and he's spending money on consultants and he has people on the ground. Apparently, he's paying more than most people, but I don't think it makes a difference to him. He's already lost whatever, a couple $100 million in doing this. And he knows at the end of the day, he's going to make it back or not. I would be surprised if he doesn't run as an independent at this point, just to get a sense of the way he's talking. Because he's going to look to his left and he's going to look to his right and he's going to say to Hillary Clinton, you're taking all this money from Wall Street. And he's going to say to, I don't know, Jeb Bush or Scott Walker or who knows. Maybe I don't even know who will be there. Maybe it'll be Mitt Romney. And he's going to say, I'm not taking money from anybody.
So Lindsey Graham says to me, please, whatever you can do. You know what I'm saying to myself, what's this guy, a beggar? He's like begging me to help him with Fox and Friends. So I say, okay, and I'll mention your name. He said, could you mention my name? I said, yes, I'll mention. And he gave me his number.
Pause it. Now, everybody's reporting on the fact that that he put out his number, which is going to happen in a moment. But contemplate the idea that a sitting senator is so desperate to get on Fox and Friends that they would call and prostrate themselves this way. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
I like how he's always booked on those Sunday shows, but he can't get on Fox and Friends.
I mean, honestly.
Just seems like kind of a downer. I could see Hasselbeck.
I just feel like it would be so much fun hanging out with those guys, and I could riff, and I could get to do the segment where they go on the street and they, mock African Americans. It would be fun.
We could have like a homeless people mockery contest, and then I could explain to them how the Muslims are going to nuke all of us. It'd just be great.
It would be great.
I wrote the number down. I don't know if it's the right number. Let's try it. 202 228 0292. I don't know. Maybe it's 3-4 years ago, so maybe it's an old number. 202 228 0292. So, I don't know, give it a shot.
That's it. I don't even know. That's good.
Your local politician.
Your local politician. There it is. Donald Trump. I mean, this guy, when the Republican National Convention in 2004 had an entire arena full of people wearing Band-Aids with purple hearts on their face to mock John Kerry. They had no idea at that time that they were amateurs and they were grooming a professional. What you just saw was a professional making Lindsey Graham, anything Lindsey Graham has done to build up his credibility over his entire career just got washed away. And he was seen as an idiot who was begging Donald Trump to be introduced to three of perhaps the dumbest people on television. And then, just as a kicker, Donald says, "You're so unimportant to me, I'm going to publicly say, here, go call him and tell him he's a moron." And the best is Lindsey Graham, in playing it off, told the reporter that almost half of the calls were supportive. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable.
But I'm still waiting for that Fox and Friends call.
Unbelievable.